Hi there, Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces. Today I'm introducing you to the Napoleon Stylus series and the Cara model. So as you can see, Cara is a beautiful black and white, very contemporary, asymmetrical design. It's about 59 inches wide from end to end. So we go out over here, there's a bit of a ledge here, and about 12 inches deep. It is meant to be hung on the wall, but we have seen clients take this and set it on a tabletop, and even a few who've set it directly on the floor, and that's all fine as well. It's fully self-contained, so everything you need to have a beautiful fireplace is right here. I will mention that this is open, so these crystals and logs are accessible. They're not behind glass, which means if you have a curious little kiddo or a pet who is going to play with these, keep it in mind, these are accessible. So they are movable and we can certainly reach them. So that's a little bit different, but it is a really nice effect. This is a fully functioning, typical Napoleon electric fireplace. So the fire itself is about 32 inches wide. You have yellow, orange, and blue flames, so I can add blue in there if I like. I can change those flame colors as I would with any other Napoleon linear fireplace. And then there's also an ember bed that can be turned on, and those colors can be changed as well. Or I can leave that off and not have that lit up at all. So there's also a heater here because this is a fully functioning electric, so the heat would blow down from here. It is a 120 volt unit, so the heater is going to max out around 5,000 BTUs. So that's enough to warm up about a 400 square foot area, but like all electrics, you don't have to have the heater on to have the flames on. So this is a year-round fireplace, and if you don't need the heat or don't want it, or maybe don't have enough power for the heater, then you don't have to use the heater at all. I've got a remote with all of the usual features that Napoleon would have on one of their fireplaces. What's really cool about the Stylus series is this ledge over here. So right there. So I'm just going to step out of the way. So you could display something there, and what's neat is there's a light that hits that ledge. So I'll step back again, and I can light up the ledge. This is also an area for charging your devices. So there's a smart USB charger here, and it will be red when my device is low or out of power, and then as the device reaches full power, that little indicator will turn green. It's a double USB charger, so I can have a couple of devices here. So we really like this ledge. It's so multifunctional, and it really makes this even more practical for people to have in their home. I would typically mount this a little lower. We have it quite high in the showroom just because we have to use all of our space here. This would typically sit a little lower than I have it here. I would like to see it around console height, let's say 30, 36 inches off the floor. But as I say, some people have put it on a tabletop or directly on the floor, and that will work. There's nothing here that can't be set on the floor. It's got a nice flat bottom on it. It is a plug-in unit, but of course, if you want to hide the cords and the power, you can direct wire it as we've done here. Early in 2023, there will be a newer version of this available that will be connected to the internet. So it will have an app, a Wi-Fi app connected, and that will allow me to display weather up here on the display screen, and all of the functions of the fireplace will be able to be controlled from my phone. And then there's also a wireless charging area going onto this ledge. So a few little changes, and there will be different price points. So the classic will be one price and the internet connected would be another. And just keep that in mind when you see it out there. Again, early 2023, if you see different price points and you think, gosh, that place is charging a lot more or a lot less for this same fireplace, it may not be the same model. So just double check the specs and make sure you know what you're comparing. Not everybody cares about the Wi-Fi features. Some people really want that, and you want to make sure you're getting the fireplace that you had in mind when you go to get it. So again, this is the Napoleon Stylus series, the Cara model. There really isn't anything to compare this to other than the other Stylus model that's currently available called Steinfeld. Steinfeld is different measurements, different finish color, the same fire, but the cabinet around it is quite different. And so far, those are the two models that are available in the Stylus series. And really, there isn't anything I could compare these to from other manufacturers. other than creating your own custom wall-mounted framework to put in a fireplace. So it is quite unique as a self-contained, ready-to-go fireplace. So Napoleon Stylus, the Cara model, you can search by brand at stylishfireplaces.ca and look for Napoleon and then scroll down to the wall mounts.